and they atna say buga show no and e cost no midin e de don I lag back up with my friend afa me Felix na retwi enkomo e wa hanom enti social link na video na ready a bo my ne enko empa show.
You are listening to Code
Police officers, they've been standing in the rain for hours on ending, and they are not moving. There's been no confrontation or whatsoever with the protesters, no confrontation. And I've been speaking to the convener of the Fix the Country movement, Vormawor, and he was telling me that although they've not witnessed any confrontation between police and the protesters, like
all right, ain't now friends, protesters na omo na omo demonstration kama police force so amount omo barricades. Yeah, just say omo making sure say obi antimi entra e ban no enkoye de e bia ensese so omo enti na ehu ye no. But Stone Boy eka ensem bi ewo I think so the second or the third day momo yenguti na yemfa emunsem no ne fanetwe nkomo ansana menua Felix so aka ewasem obetimi de wo so adwen kire aba ewo ye comment session ne so make sure say mekai enche so ye di nkomo no aduru ba bia bebie in phone line phone in segment no ye de beto na fa phone line mafre ewo WhatsApp na wo so watchre wa adwen kama etimu memo ye second video na fa yenko.
You are listening to Coda Radio.
I was actually thanking them for their service as police people, because ask yourself what is compelling them to stand over there the whole day. It is for security, for the security of the people and for the security of the nation. They are working under power. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that a lot of them over there support what we do because they know that we're not doing this, or the protest is not a lawless protest. It is not illegal. It is within our constitutional rights to express our grievances. In fact, this is one of the ways government understands the language. It is one of the legal ways that government will understand the plight and the plea of the people. So guess what? It's been going on for 3 days. The first day was unfortunate. A lot of people were arrested, and that was what blew the whole thing out of proportion and went into the news. When I came, I was actually admiring their works, and I was actually also telling my people that it is not a soft way to freedom. It is never an easy way to freedom. To speak to power, you have to face it. And I think that is the downside of it. I don't want them to see that as me. I believe that that is the sacrifice that we all have to go through. Even if now the police raids on us and begins to lash out, of course we're going to run for our lives, first and foremost. But that is a sacrifice that we have to know, that nothing comes on a silver platter for you to actually speak out. The Kwame Nkrumah sacrifice for us. The Yasantua sacrifice for us. The many General Atipos and the rest that we read about in our history books, the sacrifice for us. The least some of us can do is to continue to add our voices, our presence, our resources, if maybe to be able to add to the voices that will scream aloud for the people in power to know that we deserve better things to be done for us. My first call is, look at the healthcare situation. Look at the flood that is happening, the drainage systems. In as much as the populace has a role to play, the government has the power to force and instill the people, to obey and align into some developmental plans, So when I see people being evacuated and compensated for roads to be built properly and for them to move out of waterways, I support these things. It's up to the citizens to also know that that is for the betterment. That on the side, the motorway with the tolls that have been taken from years. I lost my knee to the accident on a motorway.
Yeah, and you listed that as one of the reasons why I decided to join this protest.
It's a major reason that I can never forget. I walk with a titanium knee replacement in my leg. How can I ever forget that happened to me? And even up to today, people still die off of the motorway, tires are blasting and all of that. Have we not raised enough revenue to be able to fix the motorway that Kwame Nkrumah built from yesteryears? And I'm not standing here in the name of MPP, NDC, or CPP, or KKP. I stand here in the name of Ghanaians as I am. That's my brother. I'm one of them. The president is a Ghanaian. The police force are Ghanaians. The military are Ghanaians. So guess what? It gives me a lot of joy. In the beginning, I was a little bit just skeptical, but I had to stand because I always do to make sure that I come in because I don't really care about whoever wants to politicize my indulgence. Because that is not the reason.
And that's the fear for many of your colleagues.
That's the fear of many of my colleagues out there. Okay. Because they might want to, but then it can be politicized easily and they're going to be targeted and a lot. But I'm happy that this is not a lawless or a chaos or a harmful protest. And that so long as it is within our constitutional rights, why not? I am here. And I know this is going to go a long way to actually make some of my colleagues be very brave enough now to step in the front line.
Okay.
So I just want to say big respect to the IGP himself. He's one of the persons I've really admired and I've seen as a father. In his tenure, he has done great things, I'm not going to lie. Especially if he has not done nothing at all. Look at how beautiful he has transformed the police headquarters. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So Ghana can only be better for all of us when we all get involved. Okay. Of course, listen, it's not all Ghanaians that can be here. But we that are here are representing on behalf of the rest of them. That's all I have to say.
Finally, before you go, the people gathered here say they are protesting against mismanagement of the economy.
Of
they say unemployment has forced a lot of young people to flee this country, and then corruption. I want to find out from you, are these views you also share? Are these assertions you also share?
Are these assertions you also share? Are these assertions you share?
Well, I've had a lot of these questions deflected back to me, but I say,
as media people, are these suggestions that you also share? Yes, I do share.
Okay.
Level of unemployment is high. Healthcare situation, road infrastructure. We know now. Why are you running away? If we don't admit and we don't beg and do things like this, we're going to be in our homes and crying and crying and crying. And this one here is not a political situation. Okay. I know members in power who are also saying that no, something should be done right. We see and we hear. We see and we hear, especially, I don't want to mention names, but we hear people in political power places who would actually criticize some of the decisions that government is making. Come on, man.
Okay. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Great.
But I would have been happy if you answered my question.
I'll send it to your DMs.
I beg, one more. I do not wish anybody to edit and quote and put my mouth where my mouth did not go. I'm here in the name of Ghana. Whether it is fix the country, fix the Jubilee House, or occupy the Julorbi House, however, whatever hashtag you use, first and foremost, Ghana comes first. And I think that in any and every capacity, I have the right to be here and add my voice as an astute musician who has sung all these things in my music, from Rango to African System to Buffalo Soldier to Greedy Men. And I've used my resources to actually elevate and support community by virtue of the Livingston Foundation. I have every single right to continue to add my presence to whatever our citizens
Rango
sing.
is one of the songs the protesters have been singing. I don't know if you still have the energy to give us something.
Yes. Tell me where we gonna Rango after making our motherland a better place to live. Simple life.
All right, enti adofo me nim say also wetie bi we hunu de yenua Stone Boy ya Livingston wa wo de oka wote de oka enti also betu aba be kire wa adwene ebi na asema ye ebusa ne say was it proper for them the Democracy Hub or the protesters to try and besiege the Jubilee House? If we say Jubilee House, a seat of governance there, say oka say oh yeah, demonstration now the akwako rahonomwa. It said the okwako overthrow president. I believe say ABA me at the mon pennyphobia delegation be ako no submit or more a letter or more grievances to ABA the president, and I say or more honomono ain't no se bibisa. That is how to go about, but I don't know it all. Into the neighbors, me nim nina, me Felix Ewa, Manaswa, Yebetri Komo, once so a wash, I believe, say you are very much knowledgeable. You know so much about this protesting and all that. You can also share with us. Please send in your comments. I would love to read them. And a Drew phone in segment, so I know what free, no what share wagene. As some people said, oh, I'm saying, I'm sure I did about say. demonstrations has been going on every time, everywhere. Recently in UK, but also it's around the world. It goes on. Now, me busa say a day in the ma encrofo a demonstration. That is number one. Now a coin ben so near fa eso a year. Dear he the tiamra. Now for yen train come. Me have Felix. So I want so. Hello, Felix. Hello, Felix. Bro, to me, can maintain one cast see mon share what mute where you now? Okay, all right. Dear, minya yenkasa. Etino na ye busa say demonstration the koso ewo baby around the world is going on in UK. One happened there because of cost of living. And yeah, the encrofo ewo mine no mu say enyoma bi nkoso en favor omo ye demonstration. The busa say occupy Julorbi house demonstration. Edin ena enye wo ho. Now did the people even have a cause to do the demonstration?
All right, Madam Siminia Don, meet you now, meet you to food in Namastre, Obidia, O'Shea, and let's say, Obesha page way, Ediamaya, and a page let me a question. Meet you and Ejuma for no Mr. Collins, Nicholas, and a general manager of our copy, and a owner, CEO, Mr. Ochre. Na mechi am political zone phone na and them so many na nya medu here but then chebi o na nam kwaso mo ba me ba be kan na agro no ayede mesre said the adon e din ka no obe share page no amaye na page na kwachi now don in terms of subject we are okofa ba and they know 2 videos now boy ni na me share na me team so nsem a edao na one say Abrantiana, your friend Stoneboy and one. Or a very smart individual. Utie.
Yeah.
On this occasion, he did the intention or the call was actually swift and proper. Okay. And it was swift and proper because he went there to make sure say security for no so what you say receive service due respect as they supposed to have. Now all kasa ni na ade ba ko na all kasa for and then say asumje ebetumi aba na omone ama omo ka no etumi aye adwuma na all acknowledge police for no say police for no and Omama say law and order for me, I think it is the safest thing he did because Anka Wankwa, Anka one egu social media and phone in I did so what I say. Now, Oko no sono, I men call Junimono. Ebe boy, my fan say, a calm people's nerves down. Sana mekano, semitier, ne. We are ne video ya obo ya. However, I'll get certain things wrong. He did talk about it being their constitutional right. Yes, Stoneboy, you are right that demonstrations are your constitutional right, but every right comes with a responsibility and rules and regulation that makes those rights work. You don't just read the trust say, I am a right, I am a right. Me pacho don to just educate all of us, almost say freedom of speech and I'm a boy.
No, correct.
Freedom of speech. Into bet me out and they are opening now. Don't the party and then we bet me Kojina. You find say Flagstaff House anymore, not Jubilee House anymore. No, I can say hey, and then me blast the Jubilee House nina. Say freedom of speech.
Boy, me no. Minkai we ding.
Yo, and then over Kojina. Pan say even a jump. So what you say now? What me pacho etie fo mfa ncheme and then me yira bena me kwa me ne koda heavy e wo dwemu ho obi abeka say crash ya den na dwene nya adwuma
nice why dwene nya adwuma no
nti the freedom and the right say so can the oppressed worker na so the all can how far reached has it been, and that is what most of the people are almost joining the protest without reading what they were supposed to read, found for faulted. Okay, BB said a peaceful demonstration. And also I beg to differ. It wasn't a peaceful demonstration. Peaceful demonstrations came in, or peaceful demonstration would have happened only if they were given the permission to go and demonstrate. As a constitution, Nebama say, mempe dia asimesi mempe dia obenten no utie ansa no bi ebeka saa so okwakọ get sa permit no security councils and as security agencies of this country to me aware of such things and constitution no as I spelling out say we ekuo bi onipa bi individual bi asori bi now, person we have demonstration. First thing I said we understand OBJ letter every Ministry of Interior, which will then extend to the police because it is under the Ministry of Interior. So the police service now would now be informed, say, Koda radio for some person or demonstration na your official licensing. Me patros what you say. Oma bua of listeners ni na no ewo achimota. Baby studio no one me pa just what you say. Now ye pese ye Nantico Media Commission and our Ministry of Communication. Now a police for now was okay. Say who free Achimota and their ministries there. A coin say and a umbetuni afaso. Ebio oh accept for permit now don't a catch say time wa would be call. They are with the Bekwana, date ya with the Beko. Any location over course our demonstration, no. Any time was our demonstration now, a two beka. And some would decide here way in our security agencies, no. Now, all we shall say, aso, say your mamma quine Mamokofa or brass sport anymore. Hard jenny. So your mamma quine a Mokofa ministries, I have say ya, hard jenny. And the security agencies no ever put us in play. And son of my drums, okay. You share the amo person moyeno. Yeah, no quite swan no. You bet to me, I'm a mobambo. Now, to me, I could register your displeasure. But security agencies, no, Emma permission now. That is a breach of the Constitution and the Public Order Act. Because the OSHA Public Order Act, it tells you, first one, no, I think 12.5, it will tell you, say, so we organize that. Now, person who call organize demonstration and now any type of a year. Yeah, what guidelines BSS will fast. Done. When in the end, a police for a country almost the first day. No.
Church, Muminia.
Okay. The first day, no, they didn't have a permit because the police wasn't giving them security. Yehuya, one month, something. Say you occupy Jubilee House. So once you flout the law in that sense, the police service now the law and order show constitution order they are going to come and swim on you. If you're done, Omucha Trobi said they were beating people. Done. I'm still here to see the video and they will you. Done. Sa Julorbi protest when video be and they will be
this one did be me say them video be you say a booby. Enipa 49 yeah.
Is arrest the same as a booby.
There are differences.
Bridget to no I are for no I will go to yes I say moon in an done. Omuwe winning picture omuko tweet here. Omukofa let my vote count alliance. Omu demonstration omuko ya a rubber bullet. Elbow will be any branch in 2019.
Me was a picture the crowd who President I Adokofo friend is a Nanado Dankwa. Nanado Dankwa Krakosran, but I'm first a picture that is one way. But come on, sa picture no and omu tweet here say a police for no and then
When Abrante na me fa the currency wewu. Abrante or that way wewu done. 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Abrante and yeah.
Erade fa the currency pa.
But say na omo pe a diabolic means because first day no amfa. Na e dia drunk for no ma benti. Yes, police brutality. Me pa cho ya arrest or a brutality.
There be.
The I the rubber bullet abo bi any man ni answer kopem da odi uye no eno ye brutal. Na don sa bro let my vote count alliance so we no. NDC for IGP and all that time police commander no their friend Kudolo ne can say police for na ya there because they have put in pressure just a woman microphone come and the police is not sorry. Don this is a time when Obiania say you shame microphone broke microphone videos
that's sad.
Ebi kura se waya kokura omunda no o eye commander no kura oma ayi he said command say ye mbo nkrofo no ono kura say ye mabu ne kakra ye. This happened under Mahama, but I know the woman go occupy Sebi Flagstaff House. You see the difference? They are not one kura to me kra to ask one demonstrate. Police force woman go for baby ancestors woman for the enye no crew. And they exerted this amount of pain on them. And then the NDC for anyone more affiliates, Arise Ghana for as Ami Jenfine Dano. Woman now Kwakojina or Sabi, without the permit of the state here. Mo pese muso say, and no, and police brutality. Unia, Yako kumi preko demonstration, and nipa 5 ne wu yo. Kumi preko demonstrations, and nipa 5 ne wu ye.
Yeah.
And nipa bear 45.
1996, right? 95. And nipa be and so because of kumi preko demontino, a binamo da so at the wheelchair mu and now, Sabe, oh, koye demonstration. Now, police security service now, Ebema security say there be Muntu Yaden and Shada number 1. And now say, Moses said the location now, mo pese mo kono. Me pacho, the security agencies never told anybody say mo call for demonstration. Oman kasa asem na da. There be.
Nemo, omo catch omo say. Omo free baby omo yaden. Omo free baby sebi omo wono. Omo change location because a hard a security zone, a security installation, the seat of government, the seat of presidency. You don't go there and say you are going to occupy there. Well, yes, sir, that is coup d'etat. And coup d'etat per NDC for constitution, trauma, you know. Well, be a coup d'etat.
It's a treasonable offense.
But also what they are saying, you know, say constitution say security for no say baby I work on M1. Omo be ma another route na why I was there be chain wo be fa baby a security for no person emfa no wo date no so a on sesa no. Now make up 2 reasons in T. I believe say security for no can say omutu sheda no. Don so omutu sheda ebe security no man more security for manning the away seat of government. Ebeboa amananya nkrofo a sebe security for omo bebe jina baby omo bebo place no ban. Said the ebe ya impo no if things get out of hand krana still I know there will be a way they can what they can put it down. My question to them, this Occupy Jubilee House one said, why didn't they want to go with the securities procedures? Are they still on the verge of saying Yamomu Konkoya demonstration and I do 8 p.m. Yamomu Kasa for Mankasa security. Now Yamomu Kasa security then put it to you. Now Omu Yavia Yam Formun broadcast Domukoya announcement. Is that what they want to make happen? Because that is what Oliver Wemafo said. And I'm real.
Yeah, go so.
There be men can say I just want to refresh your memory. Okay, I say as we speak, has a treasonable offense hanging on his neck.
Yeah.
But he's able to get bail to come and lead the demonstration. That is the country we live in. And all is because ye to me a winning crophobia gene say yes the sa baya na ubenya duane adi enya dwumade a ubeye enya opportunities a udi hu bewura mu aban ne dia ba udi hu bewura planting for food and jobs TVET planting for food and jobs stage 2 yes o asase a farmer aban no na aban ne ndo ne amendua ne yama obi ni akwai to set it na no me no eyi ebu miensa o seden no obi ne na sa asema na wado koko ne achemu miensa ne die mienu wo die baako ene aban say o asase e da wa ase say kura da nye say brabegi seedlings na kodua aketo o asase e da ho na o pese wo do ho sha planting for food and jobs no mu a aban pa ye hemfo chel pa ye traditional rulers chel say mo releasing asase ne be ma ban for food security. Now what's a Ghana bebunu? Was say no more nye better government. In Tubekwa Kobwa Obia or see a person of the constitution. I a friend Oliver Baker with before. Na on Martin Pebu, any na ye Juma, Edema John Dramani Mahama, Ebra no ye president as the legal aids. Martin Pebu, Okoye. Everybody come out, please. The security people are good. Come for the demonstration. Or no, Okoye be a koto no. No, ye John Dramani Mahama, the legal member of the legal team, no. Utie.
Felix Apia, you go.
That legal team nankasano. Dia Martin Pebu, Etisono. Na Oliver Becker wemefo. Last will be better ni dinimu. Yes, ye dini treso will be a one of your person was say idea de bia. Adia bia obesi se bia obese de wemefo no ase no. Uko bisa ye nuanu ma ibefo a. Yes, na ma amenu wo na de wo se da bi. Ye ma ya wo mu ni na akwase ampani ba kwa wa be frɛ ni ye dia de be sia ni bia wo be se no. Enti ye dia ye de beto no ene papa ose ya ade etutu aban. Na sebe don senye adwene a sebe eni bi ni mutiri mu a. Eni Ghana fo a engene bebre no engene nkwa akira. Obi a watchro constitution na constitution ne de article 71 asebo na ono says they say they were called London it was article 71 na enye me pa cho e de na nkoba e se first na nkoye no no
yes sign
constitutional
amendment yeah
don and na me dey ade bi cho wa ha me cho ade bi one paper ye kura me Ghana Nkosuonti paper.
Yeah.
Okay? These are me enemy cool. Your person your constant BB our Ghana until the Yanko president too. Adentia president on the constitution. If I talk president on the constitution.
Debbie.
So your person your sister, one of them is so much sister. Done. May I interactive kakra?
Yeah, me too. The legislatures, the parliament.
Enti Oliver when my voice enya bronsambia na aba na kuma musi wa pesa Ghana SIT pansam na sabe akwasi ampafo party bi to say NDC esa ba be di ade a adenti no ba ye di opesa o sesa no one farm parliament aden na aban ni mo no opesa otu no because aban doesn't make laws. Ebio, to show you that ordinary fool, any oppressor Mahama back power back, ain't na all yes, I know. Answer na your Professor Mills Elcon, me pacho. Did you or do you remember the Constitutional Review Committee? Professor Mills SSN okay.
Yeah.
And the entire Professor Mills SSN Constitutional Review Committee no or SSN say a debate you can assistant baby M1
yeah.
Because or no. Professor Mills, I did not person was number one, the president did one year. To me and try now for 10 years.
10 years.
So I 10 years. Now, person sister Sadia Manina. MP on the Constitutional Review Committee. Now, my question is say, Oliver Pese yenya constitutional overthrow on per constitution we. Even though one political party NDC and a trauma on no problem. On per BOA. Na on pebio na one cause the legislature say yes son. No all the catcher say young fan cause the president one young control no bisa say now Mahama the legal team no mo share the constitutional laws na de no na wo ka ho ai sabe Professor Mills wo ye nyame fa ni kransie e ma wo boss Mahama be di ade no me pa cho wo Obeto Constitutional Review Committee ana I na owo pepa say anka obeto aso na wa ma ya sesa the sebi laws no mu a anka obegu sa committee no. Don, are you getting me?
Netiopa.
Predecessor, the who ya who be ade no. O say yes sesa constitution no mu. Into what committee say yan twetwem. Okay? Wo so ba be di ade a wo se who this car who debate you on certain allowance because that time na partner scare ni o man mu. Enti no agu no.
Tie twem.
Enti ye twa mu no, ye go constitutional review committee no. Question na me person me bisa Oliver and say, or no I advisor to the president.
Yeah.
Adia eda na koma so ne say yes sir constitution no. Enti ne boss say after constitutional review committee no. When to do the boss to say president where the adabraka mesraw laws na system na all presidents should be accountable. All Article 71 holders should be accountable. He could have said that advice away. John Mahama. Why didn't he do that?
Ebia no kind of tea no wenti. And that's what can say emerence. Ebia catch there na tea no wenti and that's an emerence.
The constitution no they protect them. They were in power.
All right. Do you have Felix Martin?
Now constitution na ye dia show ye ho. Na NDC for the so 27 years. Do MPP so their second term I say first our constitution in here maybe you better go. Because they have come to appreciate say Juma sa aban we ayen say yam fasa to be we am to tomwa enya ade a wo mo party no ebeba ban mu bio.
Okay. Felix so
22 somebody who claims say your constitution no a protecting pennyfor. He had the opportunity at the table to change this when he was in power. He didn't. Now, what position, no? Or for the right channel, not say no crowd or person, sana, or the assistant or say the only thing a Berman Akuma told the eminence, I just say, Yatu. Why should we still treat this guy with kid gloves? On that same demonstration, I saw a placard that said that our business, Nanado has collapsed our business. Meaning, say, who will placard now?
I mean,
okay, first video now we boy, you know.
Yeah.
A cassette video, no. Because we say, who born in Anami making notes.
Yeah.
I want to answer them.
Yeah.
Just for you to know, say, they didn't go out there to go and fight for anything better. Their main aim is to allow Oliver when the votes have been walk Becano. Na Jimmy Samuel Abani trim 86 back. Na Don said sometime Mama Yanka say you. Na Ghana baby I ya kwedu 66 years. Na ya pobi mana betray nyansa. Ya pobi mana ba be boye 86 back. 86 back. On your Ghanaian citizen.
Overing
86 back.
Oliver Vring.
Kacha ni say on for UK for papers mano. On kancha ni yere no mo na no mba no mugu UK oni na say one for UK for papers mom no na Ghana. John, we are allowing our brains to be toyed with by the same people who got us here. We are following them for their ill intent to still come to power. How can somebody relocate their whole family to the UK? Now, the UK, one can say, now, when the man quiet that demonstration, say, young go to UK, Bengu. Now, Ghana, or see a young Tabby, and my papa man, a homeboy, what better say, get to a home waban. Now, Ghana, where the 35, 45, where the 50 years, Udi Akolawi Echi, Nyansa Ben, our Unim Nyansa. Let's talk about the business collapse because near maybe enemy business cost meboa capital and availability of materials based on what you are selling or what you are manufacturing. Mepacho, do you believe in the power of Nana said, do you believe the drive that having a power production brings to an economy? Omaya ye was sufficient electricity power. Me pato utie.
Mitchell.
Omaya ye what power. Ye de ye sebi ye factories na de. Me pato you know the production at Edeba and Ameboa. And Omaya so any fidia ye de ye jumano. E was said ye tie. Remember a typical example. Yanko uremu kakra. Say Okofa by day for 100. Now Oka Trom is 100,000 acres. I want to hear Ombe used to buy 3 days, 4 days, and Ombe there does 1,000 acres. No, but the Okofa a fidia ya do now the cost 1,000 acres. So after 1 day, Obe to me at the area and I'm a
yeah.
What does that tell you? That tells you say machines or machinery helps an economy to thrive by boosting our production or productivity. And unti or your business, you find the or tongue in Kulinu, there be an okra your papa, or tongue ice kinky, or tongue shitolu, or one way Louis, or you could see be a baby and him, and by those what I say, or come and cook a crack. Now I yes shitolu kakra, or to touch shitolu anymore. So what I say, ain't you know, no way sunset, one is car, said what the bench or no one can store. Now I yes shitolu no huntino. Baby, ye chance how on and on so them crofone light there then air town na de me boa.
Yeah.
It is about mamia or yes she told you no. Mesra say ba for na anya juma because of electricity and na ye nyeska and fan to generator. Obet me aba beton we say she told you no.
Debbie.
Obenya kania de aton. Afa dia oya ba na nkasa so no obenya kania sebe e dia rane ne ba na.
Debbie.
It is over kaya. Doom so time no na enya baby ana na eboso na enya baby ana na eboso
omo ska to generator no
ye ne ana sebe ye twitwa bi no ye simu ntem because enya by 6 na esumu aba so what you say by time was sebe light wo we utumi kura akobura da ho oda wa be 4am ne enya no krache ya pon kofie mebo a
yeah
but sometime no can anywhere would the best sir. And this I was your business owner. Now I buy the abba. Wamba what the doom some 4 years. Done. I'm away to make. Now no one say. So who come Pamwa Kufa do Nekra or Nipako Beba John Dramani Mahama. Who Pamo NP Kufa. John Dramani Mahama. He's the NDC candidate coming. Now we can't tell me so numbo who feel your number one member or no collapse business. Now president now. What ya kana Mahamejato won't ya would do sumuno? What ya money ye Juma? What am I ECG say ECG Fankasa Epia or Mankasa Hoka? Say VR, one Mankasa Epia Sebi, and Yamkania, and gas, Omuchiani prepaid. Boss, Ankasa Jao Juma for Hoka. And that boss, Enquire by Jose, Bank of Ghana, and my escape to your work as you. And the boss Nanga said to me, Dino, a job, Emo, no Ankasa, I build on one offices. And then GMPC, Yan share infrastructures, educational infrastructures, Omusisi. Yan share astroturfs, Omusisi. Under Mahama, Nasa, a cool way in Nano. One more sign by one of my bedroom rent. And the Ghana near or see and pass or Pesa Ghana Coso. On my not said you institutions there, so I'm here, Juma. No one the abrupt parent plant, which is the government, you know, now we're to be the beer to Yakano. One must do Womunya because lack of productivity. Now and then, sir, Juma Koni in there, Juma raise revenue at the show. Now catch them says, I'll buy any more ya papa. Now they went to get Yakano ya papa. Don't let your baby in the house. It doesn't make sense. 2, they talked about roads. Done. Again. I want you to check this. I don't want you to just let it be. In the 4th Republican dispensation, the government here will see more roads, interchange, overpass, bridges, asphalts in the history of Ghana and another down to Kufuado. As we speak, we are totaling over 13,000. 13,000 kilometers of road that has spreaded all over. Obekaya, President Command State of the Nation's address, parliament. Or boss say I have 10,000. No, we say, oh, boy, and we president TSA. Open your eyes. Meaning, say we all guys against China president.
Yeah,
but these are records, Unia. You can find it. Uko Rose Ministry now. Uko Rose Ministry now. You can find it. You can find Aquine Dodua. Rollins here. Ube who Aquine Dodua. John Ejokum Kufoye. Ube who Aquine Dodua. Mills here. Ube who Aquine Dodua. Mahama here. To be a record now. It's when you've been aquatic and you got to road ministry. And you go forward to a byway and I said road ministry all our life. We have had NDC people who have worked at the road ministry. They kept records. We have had Kufuor people who worked at the road ministry. They kept record. Mills people kept record. Mahama people kept record. So these records can be verified. Don't. I didn't say on the record. They are NDC for the David. Because they know the record will show how abysmal they perform. All
right, and where the NDC for Felix are to challenge in Amamo. More communication team back on frame or the on frame. Now, on me face Felix na discuss this way because here me Felix ya kwine no mama kind of crunch roll. Kwanya yetete so bra. Me be me bo baby din but very bad. Baby, I will say, I quite and yet a showman. And yen say, bra.
Don't my cousin. Is Ghana Accra?
There be, say Ghana, dear soon, 16 regions. So
is Ghana Temali?
There be, a can't be.
Is Ghana who? All of them come together to form a Ghana. And I'm a
exactly.
Accra, you are quite true. But are you telling me, say, what would say Accra? Who are quite be also a government way by what construct here? I am for using an be.
Oh, why be? They
say, why? Because on to me, now they say, but the only person maybe so done, they say, done. Me pacho, abaya, or ye be. Not sabi, ye who say, or ye be. And then, tell my 4 pill. One when you interchange a visible project. You. And you'll be a cultural book who say Ghana, your total road network, you 87%.
Yes, I can't a 13 penaki away.
Naka Ghana, you good baby, quota,
come up,
Naka Ghana, you're correct, right?
Yeah.
Send the panic moment for Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Why is Ghanaian so this wicked and ungrateful? Send the panic moment or no walk this I promise you people, I will construct road. What this connect? 1 year road, you know. What they are sending the book say, JM to a document. Documents in I say 87%. Uko green book no more. Page 126 or more. The patron find the exact page in the amount. Road sector no. One more car or say, yeah, accessible road that you to fast on the day. Mahame to me, 87% of them there. Yeah, money. This is what he said. Now, send me back or say Mahama, you acquired 2016. Now 2017. I buy for Fraba Bemuno. Sebi, yes, when I know in on the 7th of January.
Yeah.
Me pacho some pete kranu udigua some pete udigua at least it will be 1 year me boa
that some pete the intimin draw ha cho ekomo obukogu bi or friend say there be transition inside or crab what say bra 3 months credit drew 3 months
okay
some pete here oh my way I say what the hell
3 months
Andrew. Soon you need to
yeah, Papa, Ekufado, Obedi Ade, 7th January 2017.
Yeah.
Okay. On the 9th and 10th of January 2017, what was the number one thing? Not NDC for communicators. They used to our radio stations. What were they crying for? Don't come on. When I need you to come inside.
I know. What the heck? What the what's somebody you got?
Me say. John Mahama, the Green Book, no. Now, almost 87% of the total road network.
Yeah.
And I am there. Kufuor will be there on the 7th, on the 9th, on the 10th, and 11th of January. Now, NDC for communicators, and I will quote them. Your friend Baku and PSA, your friend Baku Della Eden. Your friend guy be Dallas and Poma Dallas you said then and a Pedro why Pedro boy be on Jimmy for side I bet you can TV. I left for no research. Because
yes, sir.
As someone who come radio Sukoka and said, Oma Omukroma Pine in our state. And this is on 3 days, 4 days. Kufuor, I baby idea. Now to expose NDC the mono, don't when himself your constitution no by for you don't go in with your ear until you read the budget. Who read the budget here? We are and I will say I person with the bar or the bar. It's your brand and Kufuor. It's idea 2017. The first 3 months and all kind. How do you call it? All kind of budget statement. Parliament in April, no answer no cocaine. Now the Mahama, the template or the toho, and none of the because until you read your budget, who budget now be reading Abeka, who manifesto promises Alka say obey no. Now you now bring them to the forefront.
Binya Felix, o time no aso, but me pese me send no kakra said the beya enyo bi wo hono mu a ye betimi abo ne tofa ansa na wako enti no